My name is Izzy. I am one of the interns living here in Emma's Echo at Haven of Hope Bolivia. I came during my junior year of college. I'm still have yet to graduate, but I came because I have two majors in psychology and Spanish, and I saw this opportunity and decided that it would be a perfect fit with my two majors. I also am a believer, and so knowing that this is a Christian organization really mattered to me. Coming to an orphanage, I didn't know what to expect, but knowing that I'm coming into a believing atmosphere was very important to me. To speak first to faith, the fact that we all go to church together, that we have a church on campus, is really beautiful. To see Gladys and Marco teaching in Sunday school or during night service is really sweet. Then to be an intern, we get to help a lot of the educators or the caregivers that are here. There's different couples that take care of each group, and they're so pivotal and so wonderful, but also so overwhelmed sometimes. So it's sweet to get to be a part of their lives, share with them in the load that they have, as well as love on the kids in our own manner and see them as they are in the night or in the day after coming home from school and not wanting to do their homework. We get to see all sides. It's really hard, but it's really beautiful. As part of my experience, I work in the psychology office. What that has meant for me this semester is helping our psychologist Domrace with some of her workshops that she does. This semester I've been here these 3 or 4 months, because she kind of works in 3-month cycles, have been with little kids. So I've been working more with little kids than with any of the adolescents. I didn't know how that was going to go. I thought maybe I would want to be more like an adolescent psychologist, but working with the kids has been super fun. Working with kids with trauma involves lots of games, and thankfully there's a great team at Haven of Hope to teach us how to do play as therapy and use structure and use fun and movement to help them lower cortisol levels in their bodies, help them lower stress. But yeah, as in addition to helping with workshops, I help with just doing individual sessions. They're not really counseling as much as it's therapy, movement, trying to do homework, trying to see how many minutes of concentration we can even achieve with them, seated down, or however we just manage as their bodies can handle. But that's been super fun, seeing 2 kids on Monday, 2 kids on Friday. I have to ask the Lord for ideas because I've yet to graduate. I've yet to do a practice, but this has been a great opportunity to get to try out my creative abilities and also see where the Lord can help give me creativity. Maybe the way the kids all eat with spoons. That's a very interesting thing, to try to be eating meat and all of it be with a spoon. That was a surprising experience.
Okay.
I think it surprises me how its caregivers do have to be on. They work for 3 weeks, basically without stop, morning, noon, and night. They are always with their groups, and I just have so much respect for them. We get to come up here to Emma's Echo and be done for the night. They do not. As long as the little girls or the teenage girls or the boys need something, the TOs and TOs who are in charge of them are there. Mm-hmm. And so I think that really touches my heart, really makes me respect them to the utmost, because like I said, they are on, and that's, I guess, part of what makes it a ministry, is that it doesn't end. It is not a never-ending job. I think it's shown me how important working with trauma is in the U.S. I just personally haven't seen a lot of homes. I only know of one home in my town. My school has a service program, and I was working with that home, but did not realize the importance and the necessity of doing that kind of work until I came here. So now I'm like, man, what a waste, but also what a great thing that I still have a year left in school to maybe go home and work with those people again, because that kind of work is really important, and I just had no idea. Mm-hmm. So now I think, as far as my psychology career, my counseling career that I hope to go into, I do want to work with trauma, because I see the need. The need is very great. Some of the wins are really small, but they're so heartwarming. So, one day when I was going to get the boys for discipleship, they were already playing soccer, and I thought, there's no way I can rescue them. They love soccer. But I went over, talked to their TO. I maybe decided that tonight I'm just going to let them play soccer. I'll play with them, and it'll be a connection moment. But as I started walking back over, they came over to me, and they were ready for discipleship. I didn't have to ask them. That was beautiful. A teenage girl one time shared stories about scars, and that was a really beautiful connection moment. And as of recently, when I told her it was my time to leave, she was like, but who am I gonna laugh with? And that was really sweet. And then finally, one of the children I've been working with, The goal has always been like 40, to be able to do like 45 minutes of being concentrated with them, because maybe that's as long as the class period is, if they could withstand. He used to ask me how long till I can go, how long till I can go, what time is it, what time is it. He was just anxious to leave. But recently we did a full 45 minutes of working with vowels, with letters on a whiteboard, and he would pick like different vowel blocks and put the letters together, and then he would kick a ball, and like he just kept that same structure. Make the word, kick the ball, I kick the ball, another word. He kicks the ball, I kick the ball. He just maintained a great structure, and for 45 minutes played, didn't ask to leave. At the end, and he also didn't like fight to leave. That's sometimes a problem, is they like being in the office, they don't want to leave. But it was just like beautiful and wonderful. And that was only in my 3 months of working with him. So I'm like incredibly impressed by how many gains he made in such a small amount of time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yeah. For sure, because I like already as a counselor, I feel like people tend to trust me. But even like the TOs and TS have said that they just will trust in me. They just will talk to me. So that's part of a confirmation, is that people trust in me, and I don't know why. But then also, yeah, Damaris, again, our psychologist, has really confirmed that I have some skills, like some creativity. But again, I would credit that to the Lord. Or if I have patience, that is the Lord's. But yes, it has confirmed, I think, that like I can go into this style of work.
And you can do it.
With God's help.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I would say use your resources that you have. Like, it's such a pleasure to meet Alice and John. There are so many people who are involved in Haven of Hope, and I think it's a great network of people who are here to help you. So Alexis, our director, knows a lot about trauma. We get to meet her a lot as kind of like the technical internship stuff, but she actually is very helpful in terms of working with trauma. Angela Bryan as well. There are other resources that Angela might point you to, or that books like The Body Keeps the Score or The Connected Child that can help us learn how to work with kids with trauma. But use your resources, use your people here, your friends, and don't purely rely on yourself, because your own strengths will fail you.
Yes.
I wrote letters, and I had a little prayer card associated with it of how they could pray for me, not asking like, hey, just can you give me money, but also can you pray. I put the Haven of Hope International letterhead on it. That way you guys obviously would be represented. They would know that this is like a legit organization. But yeah, I think it just involved like sharing the same story of like, look how perfect, God giving me this opportunity in psychology and Spanish, the same things I've been studying. But yeah, for me, letters worked really well, and just telling people this is what I'm going to do. And the Lord was just very faithful. My university also worked with me to count this for internship credit. So I'm getting Spanish credit for this internship, and for that reason I also got scholarship money that came to me, because I didn't have to pay my tuition to the university. Instead, I kind of like paid tuition money to this home, and so therefore I kind of got to like pocket some of my scholarship money to help me. So if you can work with your university as an accredited program, I would recommend if other college students who will come, try to do that. I think it would probably be the one I shared with one of our teen girls, who she can be close and then kind of can pull away, but in the moment she was like, but who am I gonna laugh with? I thought she was gonna feel like abandoned by my leaving, and then like just do the natural like, well then I'm gonna distance myself from you and not be close to you anymore. But rather she was just like, it was a joyful sorrow of like, who am I gonna laugh with? That was just, that like really touched my heart.